Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, what's up, everybody? Buffalo Will joined, as always, everybody's favorite cousin Vinny. What's
What
up?
up, what up, what up, what up?
It's a little dark over there. What's going on, Vinny?
And I'm in my truck. I'm working, bro. I'm in Philly, but not the Philly you used to. I'm in Philadelphia, Mississippi. I'm in the woods, bro.
Mississippi.
I'm in Mississippi. And my SSSIPPI.
That's where when the people drive, it goes ka-tunk, 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 ka-tunk,
Yeah,
ka-tunk.
right. Is that better? Should I just, this is my I'm in my sleeper actually. My bed's behind me. So I'm gonna kind of keep it dark right here. Let me see. That should be better right there.
That looks good. Looks
I'm
good.
just
We got
rolling, man. I didn't want to leave you hanging, bro. I had no service, so I'm doing the best I can, man. Trying to hear and listen what's going on with the Bills.
Thank you. That's good. It's always easier when you're with me. You know, one of the guys, I think as Jason said, shows that is funny without you. I guess I'm kind of boring, whatever that is.
Whatever. Yeah,
But
hey,
anyway,
me and
it's
you like
good to
peanut
have you.
butter and jelly, bro. Me and you like peanut butter and jelly. When you ain't on the show, it ain't good. When I ain't on the show, it's better than when you're not on the show. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not, you better. So
I
at least,
don't know
but we compliment each other, man. It's all about having fun and two fans that love the Bills, man. We could kick it and talk about our Bills, but it's kind of hard when you're by yourself. So props to you
yeah,
when I'm not around, man.
it is tough. Usually, then we have Bobby jump on, or somebody else hops on with us and helps us out, which is pretty cool. And it's always great when you guys send us comments or questions. It helps it makes it a lot smoother. Like makes it go a lot smoother. See, I can't even speak.
Yes, sir.
And on that note, I guess I'm gonna have to carry the weight for us this week because, I mean, Vinny's working. Vinny can't have no brews and no damn sleepers. He could probably have a soda. Where's those? Where's
I,
those Pepsi sleeves? You need
I got yeah. I got fresh squeezed lemonade from Mississippi. How about that?
Oh, there you go. Freshly squeezed.
Hey, this cup right here,
Yeah.
this cup right here, you see right here, right? 4.95 for lemonade, bro. $4.95. You would have thought it had liquor,
That's because
but it
it's
don't.
freshly squeezed.
Yeah,
They charge you
yeah, yeah.
extra for the
It's
freshness.
crazy. But
Yeah.
let me take it. Hold on. Let me go. Hold on. Hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
It's lemony.
ahead.
I give it a 4.3 because it's real hot. It's like 100 degrees in Mississippi, so it's real hot. It's quenched. It's quenching my thirst. It's real lemony. Even though it costs 4.95, I still give it a 4.1. How about you? What you got over there?
Yeah. So hold on. They're telling me they charge you $4.95. They didn't give you ice.
Oh, I got ice. It got more ice than juice. It got more ice than juice. So I got $4 in ice and 95 cents of juice.
There you go. I think that's how they get away with that. That's how everybody makes money with those juices.
Yeah.
Uh, so I actually had gotten a different beer, but when I
Okay.
opened the box, all the seals were cracked, and their beer
Oh
was
no.
coming out. So I returned it. They're like, "All right, if you want to grab the same one," I'm like, "That's fine with me." But I peeked into the six pack, and the thing was doing the same thing. It was a beer out of Long Island. Come on now,
Oh
get your
no.
stuff together. Anyway, so I stayed in Jersey. Went Asbury Park Brewery, Sea
Okay.
Dragon. Never had this beer before. It's actually a first time. I mean, there was nothing written on the box really to give me a little, you know, cheat sheet. Well, it
No
says here,
designs.
Live Loud, uh, made with premium ingredients and local vibes. 7% alcohol. Good lord, that's a lot
That's
of
pretty good.
alcohol. Anyway,
That's pretty good.
let's see what else they say here. It's IPA and East Coast style IPA. Man, I need glasses. Can't read. I'm not like those old people. I got to reach all the way
You're
over
getting
here.
old.
Holy cow. Anyway, enough reading. Cheers to everybody out there watching
Nice.
and to the Bills and everything else. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Woo. Yeah, sure, that's a strong tasting IPA.
It's a 7%er.
Got to get another one.
It's three to get the good full effect.
Man, it tastes a little citrusy at
One
first.
more, one more, so you can be sure.
Oh my God, that's hoppy.
I think the numbers went down with that third one.
I don't know about this. I mean, is it bad? No. I think I would prefer it in a pint glass, chilled first. I don't know if I would do more than 2 of these.
What's
What
the
is it?
vibe? Is that a vibe like kind of watching the game vibe, or kind of like being at a bar, hanging out with a cup, with a glass?
This
Neither.
is this is hanging out at a bar with some nicely crispy wings and having like 3 of these, and that'll be it. Man, this is
Okay.
filling out its own. I'm gonna take my time with that. Oh, what is
I
it?
got
Out of
you.
5? Right?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 3, maybe. I guess a
Oh,
3 out of
maybe
5.
a 3.
Asbury
Damn.
Park. It's tough, like old Asbury Park was. Not like now. Now it's yuppie. Old school Asbury Park was tough. This is like the Sea Dragon back then, I guess.
Damn.
Oh man, that's kind of rough. Kind of rough.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
7%. By the end of the day, you're gonna be talking about Miami instead of the Bills with 2 or 3 of them.
I might match the red on this here. After 2, maybe. All right, so let's go. We got some news going on here. You know what? I'm all over the place, but I'm going to start off with this one because it seems to be hot, picking up steam. The NFL and the NFL Player Association agreed to an updated COVID-19 protocol for training camps and preseason. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen, bro. I've been on the road since Monday, bro.
So it came out
I'm
today.
missing a couple news here and there, so you're actually filling me in on a couple things. To be honest with you, I've been on the road since Monday.
All right. So here we go. The Bills have been saying, hey, don't ask, whatever. Tell you what I need to tell you, and that's it. But anyway, the NFL and the Players Association have issued new COVID-19 guidelines as training camp. This is per Tom Pelissero, or actually this is on Bleacher Report. I'm going to read from here. Guidelines as training camp and preseason games near. The rules changing affecting everyone from players to media to fans. Major differences in the guidelines based on vaccination status. Players who are fully vaccinated will not be subject to daily COVID-19 testing and will not need to wear masks. Physically distance at the facility or quarantine after a high-risk exposure to COVID-19, while non-vaccinated players will be subject to those rules among other regulations. So non-vaccinated need to wear masks, need to keep social distancing, so forth. Now let's move on. It gets crazier. Team staff, including coaches, cannot be designated as tier 1 or 2 staff if they're not vaccinated, and thus cannot work with players in person at training camp unless they have a medical or religious exemption. So if the coach is not vaccinated, he can't work with those players who are vaccinated. Fully vaccinated coaches do not need to wear masks. Fans will not be allowed to interact with players or staff and must stay 20 feet away from tier 1 staff at training. All right. Perhaps the most striking difference comes in the isolation rules. I was reading some of these. According to the NFL memo, non-vaccinated individuals must quarantine for at least 5 days after being exposed to someone who tests positive for COVID-19. I believe it was 7 days in the past, right? It was 7 or 14.
I thought it was 10.
Was it? All right.
Yeah.
The same rules, actually, that were placed in 2020. So they said that was the same rule. If, you were in close contact. Those who are vaccinated and asymptomatic after exposure will not need to quarantine. So even if you're asymptomatic, you have it, but you don't have to quarantine. You still can pass it on, but you don't have to quarantine. Makes no sense there. That's kind of ridiculous. will not need to be quarantined, but will be tested for the virus and subject to contact tracing. So you can have it, and they're just going to contact trace you. As a general rule, vaccinated individuals will be tested for the virus every 2 weeks. On road trips, players will not be able to travel on chartered accommodations unless they are fully vaccinated. That's kind of tough. And
Mess.
those who aren't vaccinated cannot see friends or family or use hotel amenities such as the pool or the sauna, whatever they have. You can't use them. You
So
got
they're
to.
getting punished.
Yeah, you got. So it's pretty much they're treating you like a leper.
Yeah.
Players who aren't vaccinated will not be able to gather for meetings, practices, or other activities outside of the team facility or during travel, according to Tom Pelissero. So this was from, like I said, from Tom Pelissero. They will also be banned from public activities, including clubs and bars, parties, and concerts. Anyone in violation of those rules can be fined up to $50,000 for the first time. We'll skip over here. Where is this? Members of media must be vaccinated in order to access team facilities, including the press box, field, sidelines, locker room, and post-games interview rooms, and must wear face coverings while they're while they're on site. So even though they're vaccinated,
Even
they
being
have to wear,
vaccinated.
media has to wear their masks. So he had put this out in a tweet real quick. On game travel, only fully vaccinated individuals are allowed on team charters. So what are the other players taking if it's not their charter? They get on a bus, or they got to go buy their own ticket. Individuals with religious medical exceptions may travel separately. So you got to travel on your own. Must wear masks, Mesa test upon arrival, daily testings thereafter, banned from cafeteria and meetings, banned from leaving hotel to eat. So they're pretty much saying if you're not going to get this vaccine, guys, you're not part of the
You're
team
screwed.
in reality.
You're screwed.
Yeah. Also, for unvaccinated individuals during travel, no outside guests in the hotel room, no seeing friends or family, no using hotel gym, pool, sauna, etc. Minimal eating, drinking on plane. So basically, you fly by yourself and sit in your room until kickoff.
How about
This is,
room service?
yeah, I guess that's all you're getting. Also,
Hey,
real quick, let me do this real fast because this was per McDermott, on the whole COVID thing. Where was it? No, I gotta find it. I thought I had it here. All right, here it is. I feel better. I feel like we are moving in the right direction. Not 100% satisfied though. These are just quotes I took. I would like to see our team move in that direction, continue to move and increase the number of people that are getting vaccinated. Certainly respect everyone's decision. That being said, we're trying to do our best to educate, build awareness. At the end of the day, the players have to make their own decisions. Do they? I mean, what did the NFL give the Players Association? For the Players Association to agree on this without even a fight, like, it's pretty much saying it's separated the team. Either you get it
yeah.
or you're like a leper to the rest of the team.
If I was on the team, right, on the Buffalo Bills, and I didn't get my vaccination shots, I go to a hotel, right, and being that I can't do anything, I just order a 24 pack of that Asbury Park beer and just chill till game day.
You could drink it and you'll
And
be
so
feeling good on game day.
If I catch COVID, that stuff right there will kill it.
It probably will. Tell you, it's got enough alcohol. It's like, yeah. Some
Nah,
bills
but
already
real
talked out.
talk. But real talk. That's a tough situation to be in as a player if you choose not to get the vaccination, because
Yeah,
now how the other teammate's gonna feel about you, like you're being selfish, or you don't know what everybody's thinking about. Everybody's thinking differently, and then it's weird that you could get the vaccination, but from what I've heard, you still could get the COVID even though you got the vaccination. So what gives? And now you got the press that has to wear a mask, even though they're getting back, even if they have to be vaccinated, but they still have to wear a mask.
yeah,
You don't have to wear a mask, but if you catch it, and you're asymptomatic, you can still hang out. It's like, man, it's all over the place. It doesn't really even like make sense. I mean, I ain't a scientist, but man, it's like, come on now. It's a little bit weird. So we'll see. We'll see. New York, I think they lifted all their COVID restrictions in the state of New York, I read. So we'll see how
Well,
it goes.
I don't know if all of it has. It still depends on. I guess certain places could require you to wear a mask. If you go indoors
Okay.
and the restaurant wants you to wear a mask, you have to wear a mask. One guy who spoke out already about it from the Bills, Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley says, "Where is this ridiculous thing?" He says, "This is crazy. Did we vote on this? I stay in the hotel. We still have meetings. We will all be together. Vaccinated players can go out of the hotel and bring COVID back into where I am. So what does it
Yeah,
matter if I stay in the hotel now? 100% immune with no vaccination? Nope." So, he's speaking out. He's the first one, I guess, out of these said it. The Players Association is a joke, Beasley tweeted. Call it something it's not for the players. Everyone gives me the 98% of people who are vaccinated don't get COVID again. The odds of me getting it in the NFL and playing for 10 years are lower than that, and I'm here. So, he's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Not even a player. They're just forcing you to do it because you want to be on the charter flight with your teammates.
you
You
want to
don't
be
want
on
to
the
be
team?
on. You don't want to be on the bootleg flight.
Nah,
You know, you want to be
bro.
able to
You
have your
played high school
family.
ball, right? You played
Yeah,
high school ball. The coolest thing is being on that bus. When you win, it was real cool to be on the bus. When you lost, it was a long ride home, but you was with your boys.
quiet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a
That
quiet
that's
long ride.
after a tough loss and then being by yourself, flying by yourself. That's gotta be horrible, man.
Yeah, but not even
But
that.
hopefully the Bills don't lose, so it'll be a good ride home every week. Every away game.
But not even that. You're still gonna have like no family. These guys. Last year they played a lot of games without seeing their families and stuff.
I know.
They don't want to do that again. Hang out with their friends while these other guys are going to go, like he said, go to the club, hang out maybe. And who knows who's at the club? They could bring COVID back to these guys. And the problem is,
This is gonna be like Stephon Diggs, right? And you're like Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer decides to be in the hotel. Be like, yo, what's up, man? We in the club. What you doing, man? What's going on?
I'm
That
drinking
kind of
Speed
sucks.
Dragon from Asbury Park. Watching this bootleg TV here.
That
But that's the problem.
is
So
a rough one, bro.
they're pretty much telling you, hey, get it done. Then you have some clowns like this. What is this? Mark Wizzak, whatever. I'm too exhausted by the topic to come up with something gippy. I don't think Cole Beasley is a bad person. I actually like him a lot. But I think he's terribly misinformed, and the Bills are becoming the poster boys for bad, uneducated, ill-informed COVID takes.
Why? Because they're making a choice.
Yeah, because right, you don't want to get the the vaccine because it's not 100%. So he's a bad guy. You have I think it's over 1,400 people who have died after getting the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
So what's bad about it? you know,
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
To me personally, I haven't gotten any yet. I'm just waiting on the data, bro. I'm just waiting on the data to see what happens. They call me stupid, call me whatever, misinformed, but if there was a little bit more data on what was going on with those shots in terms of long-term effects and everything, then I'd jump into it. But I'm apprehensive, bro. So I can't blame whoever doesn't want to get it. You can't fault them.
I'm back. Sorry, I had to get my light
I
over
thought I
here. I
lost.
thought it
I
was
thought I
on.
lost service. I thought I
Thought
lost
I had my
service. I was
light.
talking to myself.
I got to be like you. I have to turn my light on. So unprofessional of me. Should have had it set up. Yeah, it's just too much misinformation, too many different stories. It's like you don't know, and all you see all these things. Budweiser giving away free beer supposedly to people who get vaccinated by a certain time. Different car dealers are trying to give away free cars. People are giving away money just to get everybody vaccinated. It's a little fishy. Did I get vaccinated? It's none of your damn business, people. I'm gonna be
I'll tell
like
you straight up.
Josh
I did it.
Allen.
I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
I got it.
You did
And
get
the
it?
reason I did. Why? Because one of my jobs said if you don't get it, whoever doesn't get it, everybody's getting fired.
Really?
Yep.
Is that
We're not
really
going to
they can
say
do that?
which job, but pretty much that's what they told him. And another place
Wow.
told my brother the same thing that, hey, if all the employees have to get it, if not, everybody's going to get let go. So that was the
Wow.
only reason I ended up getting it. That was it. If not, I wouldn't have gotten it. And I wish I didn't get it. I would have held out a little bit longer to see what happens.
Wow.
But anyway, I
That
got one.
does. That's why that beer, that COVID shot messed with your taste buds. You said that beer taste. It's probably a good beer. You over
Probably.
there talking about you probably lost your taste bud in your smell.
I think I shrunk too after I got the shot. I'm just saying. Anyway, this
Yeah.
is just Beasley coming out, being the first guy, at least on the Bills, who said something. And I can respect everybody's decision. That's what to me comes down. You have a decision. It's up to you. Freedom of will. Shouldn't be able to be forced to do this, and especially when it's not a cure. It's a vaccine you're hoping for. It hasn't even been FDA approved yet. You know, it's a trial. But everybody thinks is the best thing next to sliced bread. It's people are still getting it. So, and this has been what, a year? A year? How long has cancer been around? How long has
30,
AIDS
40
been
years,
around?
50 years. Yeah.
How long has AIDS been around? All these studies, and they still haven't found the cure for any of it. How's the common flu been around? But yet we got the cure for COVID all of a sudden. Stop it, people. Stop it. Anyway, I still find it crazy that the Players Association agreed to that so fast. Now let's get back to football, regular football news. I'm gonna keep it classy. All right, let's go. Derek Carr, real quick hit. He said, I'd probably quit football if I had to play for somebody else. I am a Raider. Come on, Derek. Stop your crap. You're telling me if you got traded to Green Bay or you got traded to a team that's a playoff caliber team, you're going to quit football? I don't think so, man. You're still young, still could play some ball. I think you would want to prove yourself and not quit from football.
If Nathan Peterman takes the spot, I think he should quit then.
Why is that? Why do you think that?
He's just, you know what? A lot of these guys get their ego hurt, man. You know, I'm glad we got Mitch Trubisky, and he's actually doing really well, you know, in camp from what I read. And he's
Yeah.
happy to be here because he knows his role. You know, I mean, they told him what his role would be, and he accepted it, and he knows. You know, a lot of these guys, their ego, man, it gets to them.
Yeah,
And,
and
you know, they don't want to, they feel like they look stupid. They're going from a starting franchise quarterback to being traded or being demoted, you know, and what he needs to do is work a little bit harder, you know, and get in camp and prove himself, you know,
yeah. No, it
get
makes
back up.
sense. It makes sense. And the one thing Mitch said, he needed a fresh start. And a lot of players, sometimes you need a fresh start.
Yeah,
And he
sure.
knows his roles behind Allen. If Allen goes down, hopefully not, he just has to be ready to step up. He's looking good in practice. He had a better day in practice the other day over Allen.
Yeah.
You know, I have the numbers for that a little later. But to me, it's just ridiculous. Stop it. I understand you want to stay in with the Vegas Raiders, but come on. If you got traded to a good team, I don't think you'd be complaining. If you got
Yeah.
traded to Houston, I could see you saying, damn, man, I don't want to do this all over again. Start from scratch.
Used to go a little rough. Boy.
And talk about Houston, GM pretty much said, he's waiting to see what happens going through the process. But there's rumors they're still looking that possibly trade Watson before the season starts. So anybody who wants Watson, go call up Houston. If I'm Houston, I want to get rid of him too.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
All right. We know he's going to get traded eventually, right? Don't you think it should be like right now? I mean, if a team wants to pick him up and be a contender, don't you think he needs to be traded like ASAP to learn the system with his new coach? That way they could be competitive starting right now in the beginning of the season? Or do you think it's going to be a late addition or late trade to where, okay, next week is week one, and then how much faith do you have in him and learning the playbook, learning everything? You know what I mean? It's going to be a disaster, bro. So I think if anybody's going to make a move, it's got to be within the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I think this: if you're going to make a move if you're a different team and you want to contact the Houston Texans about Deshaun Watson, I would try to contact them now.
Now,
If it doesn't scare you, all his litigations that he still has, 22 pending cases because one lady dropped it. If that doesn't bother you, you might be able to get him cheap now because the Houston Texans might well, we don't know if he's going to get suspended. We don't know what's going to happen. So you know what? You give us a good deal, you can have him. Me personally, I would still ask for a lot, like a big deal for him. You know, if you're willing to look past this,
they're gonna get something for him.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're willing to contact me as the Houston Texans GM, that tells me you want this player. Give me 2 number ones, and I don't know, number 2 and number 3.
I think he's kind of damaged goods at this point for 2 number ones. I think he's maybe a first rounder and a third and a fifth, something like that. I don't think he's gonna go 2 first rounders and I don't think it's a big chance you got to take with him, bro.
Well, that's the problem then. If you don't want to give me 2 1s and a 2 or a 3 or whatever, because that's what he would go for without these allegations. So then the Houston Texans could say, you know what, we'll just keep him. And if he gets through these allegations, fine, and he gets suspended, say, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 games or whatever, then guess what? You could get him for that price again. So if you're not going to give it to me now, I'll hold my cards here with Deshaun. We already have 20 quarterbacks here, so he can sit here as long as I want. So if you want him, give me 2 number ones and maybe a 2, 3, or give me a 4. I don't care. As long as I get at least 2.
If he doesn't show up to camp and doesn't play in terms of his pay,
that's on him. Unless he goes on to remember that commissioner exempt list. If he doesn't go on that, that's on him for showing up. You know?
He said he's never going to play again. From what I heard, you don't want to play with the Houston Texans ever again.
Guess what? You're still under my contract. Sad to say, you're my goods.
Like right now, like mandatory OTAs. What is it? The fine every time you don't show up, 40, 50 grand or something like that. You know the rules.
I'm not sure exactly, but I'll tell you this. I can say this because I looked this up. Where is it? I got my numbers here. I looked at my numbers. So Aaron Rodgers, here's a perfect example. He still wants out per Pat McAfee. Missing the team's mandatory minicamp cost him $93,085 in fines. But for him, being that he skipped it, he lost his $500,000 bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Not saying that Deshaun has that bonus. I'm not sure what his bonus is.
Well, you know how many Asbury Park beers we could buy with $500,000?
That's the kind of bonus Bobby's going to give us. Yeah. So, but the one rumor with Aaron is that people who are calling the Packers, again, this is a rumor, they're shutting them down. They're not even listening to him. So, if I'm Houston, I'm listening to anything. Again, I want at least 2 number ones for him. You don't want to give it to him, he can sit here, you know? And if he passes his allegations, I'm going to want 2 number ones and a number 2. So, price went up. And that's what's going to happen.
Hey, real quick, is this easier on your eyes if I shut this off right here like this? Is that easier?
Yeah, you're fine.
That's better? I feel like I'm blinding you with that light behind me.
No, it doesn't bother me at all.
All right. You keep sipping that thing, it's going to bother you.
Yeah, maybe. So the whole thing with Aaron Rodgers too, I guess still wanting to get out, but still on the contract, same thing. So who knows with him? Where else? Yeah, just the same mess. And have you seen what Russell Wilson saying he never wanted to be traded, and that him and Pete Carroll are still friends? so everybody could know it. He jumped on top of his. He went and said it while Pete Carroll was being interviewed by the media, just so everybody knows. One thing, real quick, I forgot. I don't know if you saw Greg Olson, the tight end, who played for the Panthers for a long time, almost came to Buffalo last year. His son TJ had a heart transplant. I think it was last week. He's doing good. He rang the bell at his hospital today or yesterday because he's healing up good and so forth.
That's awesome, man. That's great news.
Yeah, a little tidbit. Greg Olson's mother was my English teacher for my senior year in high school. We drove that poor lady crazy. She hated us. She hated my class. I didn't. My classmates did.
There you go.
So good to hear that his son, he's doing well, and they're hoping that he'll be home by Father's Day, which is this weekend. Quick thing here too. Tyreek Hill said that the Chiefs' goal this year is to go 20-0. What do you think the chances of them going undefeated are?
I don't think it's going. I don't think so. There's going to be a lot of competition this year. I think they might lose 3 or 4 games this year.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I'm looking here. They opened the season against Cleveland. Should be a tough game. Then they play Baltimore. Baltimore is usually a tough game, but usually they own pretty much Baltimore. Cleveland's going to be a better team this year. They play the Rams, not the Rams, the Chargers. Then they play Philly. Philly might be their weakest game that in the first weeks there.
Yeah.
Then they play
Cleveland one that got the defensive ends, or was it the Bengals? It was Cleveland, right? That got both the defensive ends.
Cleveland went and got Clowney.
They specifically got the pass rushers for him.
Yeah.
And so did the Bills, to be honest with you. They know if we pressure Mahomes, he's really not that good. I know there's a Ruben Brown, not Ruben Brown, Brown Jr. over there. Orlando Brown, is it?
Orlando Brown.
Oh, yeah, he said he's never gonna let anybody touch him. So, the old line that's getting revamped. Look what happened when they got hurt in the playoffs. So I mean, they're trying to bolster up that old line to keep them from getting hurt, but everybody else is getting pass rushing. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it matches up.
Yeah. Let me look at here. I want to see real quick. I mean, what they lose 3 games last year?
Huh?
I said, what they lose 3 games last year or 2?
I think they lost 2.
That's right. They lost to Tampa Bay.
And Cleveland, not Cleveland. Who they lost? They lost to the Raiders or somebody. I think it was.
They lost to the Raiders, and the last game of the year, because they sat mostly everybody.
Yeah.
They lost to the Chargers. So I mean, you're looking up. Their schedule in the beginning is pretty tough. I mean, Cleveland's a playoff team. Baltimore's a playoff team. The Chargers, we don't know yet, but if they stay healthy, the kid looked good, the quarterback. Philly, I don't know. You got us playing them. Then they go to Washington. I think Washington's going to win their division. Then they play Tennessee. They play against New York. Yeah, New York, it's like, I don't think New York will beat them.
Which one?
Green Bay. They got Green Bay if Aaron Rodgers plays them. If Aaron Rodgers
New York team. The Bills are the only New York team. The Bills are the only New York team. You talking about Jersey Giants or the Jersey Jets?
Yeah, Jersey Giants. Then after that,
there you go.
They play Green Bay. If Rodgers is there, that's a possibility. They play Vegas.
The Giants are revamping their whole offense. They weren't bad at the end of the year either.
No, but I don't know if as a whole team they could beat them.
Yeah.
But you never know. Vegas beat them last year, so there's a possibility they could beat them again. Yeah. They played Dallas. Which Dallas team is going to show up? If they didn't,
all hyped up this year.
They got that defense a little better, but I don't know if it was enough to stop them. Denver, who knows? Maybe if they have Aaron Rodgers, that gives them a shot. Then they play Vegas. They play the Chargers again. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Denver.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a tough schedule.
yeah. I mean, you got Cincinnati, and I don't know how Denver's going to be. I don't see them going undefeated. I'm sorry, you cannot tell me they're
Kenny
going
and Kirk are they're probably screaming at the computer right now.
to. I don't think.
Denver's gonna win. Denver's gonna win.
Probably. Kirk is like, "It's my team,"
That's
but
my whole.
I can't see them going undefeated.
He's gonna type in, "This no longer is the best Bills show ever."
That's 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 Kenny. Kenny is a Giant
Oh,
fan.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought. All right. I confused them. All right, that's good then.
yeah. Kenny is the Giant fan. Kurt
Okay,
is the Denver team. The
Denver
Denver
fan.
fan.
I got that. All right. I had to mix up for a second.
I could see them at least having 3 losses. I can't see them going undefeated. And who
Hey,
knows
it's
what
three
injuries and
three with a
stuff like that.
possible four if we were playing spades, because there's always a book, a crappy book that you lose. It's probably a
Yeah,
crappy team that's gonna catch you out there slipping. So 3 to 4 is very, very doable, man.
yeah. I can't see them going undefeated. No way. If they did that, I would be surprised. And to go the whole year undefeated,
Yeah,
not
it
happening.
ain't happening.
No. Now, another one. I don't know if you said you didn't hear this, but Vince Wilfork, the defensive tackle from the New England Patriots, who won, I think it was 2 Super Bowls with them, big boy, before he took off and went down to Houston. His son was arrested for allegedly stealing his father's Super Bowl rings
Oh my
and
God!
other jewelry and selling them. So Vince said, he thought he didn't know where his stuff was. He thought maybe it was in storage, but a Pats fan ended up sending him a message saying, "Hey, I bought both of your Super Bowl rings for $62,000." Like, come on, man. Like, how bad was it? Yeah, I mean, what happened? Vince stopped feeding his kid or something? He took his Super Bowl rings, his college championship rings,
Wow.
and he pawned his
I don't.
stuff.
I feel bad for Vince. If it was like Philip Rivers or something that has all them kids, and I'd be like, oh man, you got a lot of kids, But damn, for Vince Wilfork, that's kind of, man. I mean, we don't know the situation, but for him to sell his pops Super Bowl rings, man. I mean, who knows if
Oh,
they even had a relationship
uh,
at that point? Who
yeah,
knows? Yeah.
who knows? But he sold his rings. That's pretty messed up. Luckily, this Pat fan, bought him and told him, "Guess what? Look who we got. Look who we got here after not showing up last week. Yo, it's Kirk Cousins. What's up,
Ah, Kirk. What's up, Kirk?
what's up,
He was
Kirk?"
doing. He was OTA. He was in OTAs, man. That's what happened.
Oh, that's what it was. OTAs, right? By the way, Kevin Williams, the defensive tackle, going into the Vikings Hall or Ring of Honor. They're going to honor him this year, which is pretty cool. The guy was a beast while he played. So, Kurt, what do you think about the NFL Player Association agreeing to that? Yo, if this is really Kurt, we got to have him on. Kurt, you got to come on the show. It'd be hilarious. What was it that he used to yell after he won those games? I forgot. What was it? Like, come at me, or how about that, or some stuff like that he used to say?
Yeah, come at me, bro, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Are you locking up your kids if he stole your Super Bowl rings?
Man, that's rough, bro. I mean, I don't know the relationship. What if they didn't even? What if he was like an illegitimate son or something? Like he just found out about it. We don't know
Dang,
what's going on.
you just
He was like,
threw him as
somebody knocks on the door. He's
illegitimate.
like, "Hey, Dad, I'm your son." But I don't know. I don't know. If he was cool with me, he'd be in jail.
Yeah, this would be funny. I'm an NFC North quarterback actually showed up to minicamp. You
Probably
like
the
that?
only
I
one.
thought it was. You like that? You like that? You like that? Listen, I always like Kirk Cousins. It was funny. It's
You
funny.
like
Hey,
that?
good. That little shot for showing up to camp. You're not
There you
losing your
go.
money, Kurt. You got your money coming in. You don't have to pay fines. Good for you. So,
Hey, hit us up with some Minnesota memorabilia. I'll rock a shirt for you.
some Viking gear. Yeah, that'd be funny. Send us
Viking
some
gear,
Viking gear. You got our buddy Dave Brown, who's a big Viking fan, who chimes in. It's my boy. Uh, One thing, I don't know if you saw this too, on the first day of camp, mandatory camp, Tua threw 5 interceptions,
Oh my
5
goodness.
picks. And Flores said, he just tells Tua to continue to be aggressive because this is the time to get that out in camp. Not during the game, but in camp. 5 picks. I like the progression. I like it. So
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy, And I said, listen, the Miami Dolphins, they're going to have a very good defense. They have a very good offense. It all comes down to Tua, pretty much like Minnesota Vikings. It's all going to come down to Kurt and maybe
Hey,
that defense to see if that defense steps up.
Tua can't run to the sideline no more and get bailed out. There's nobody to bail him out now. He's gonna have to ride it out. Ain't no more fits out there to help him out. So
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I was reading. Rogers leaving the North. Yeah, that's
hey,
true.
it might be your year, Kirk. Kirk, it might be your year.
I think they would be the favorites if Rogers bounces.
He'd
But if
be.
he
That's
doesn't
right.
bounce, I don't know. I don't know,
If
Kurt.
Aaron Rodgers leaves, you heard it right here. I'm gonna support the Minnesota Vikings to take the North. I don't know,
Only if
but
Rogers leaves? That's pretty messed up,
hey,
man. Rogers is
I
not
don't know.
chiming in
Jordan
on the
Love might
show.
come in and tear up the whole North.
Listen, Kurt, if it's really Kurt, I'm going to root for the Minnesota Vikings because you're chiming in on our show. I don't see
There
no
you go.
Rogers chiming in on here. What kind of silliness? Anyway, listen, I need like a little, what are those official signs on Twitter or Instagram? So I know this is
The
Kurt.
trademark, the little
But
trademark.
yeah, it's fun anyway. Keep it up. Again, all right, so I'm re-looking at my things because I jumped all over the place. We talked about the Sean.
Kirk got you flustered.
Yeah, that and this Sea
Starstruck.
Dragon, Asbury
The
Park,
starstruck. The sea
7%
dragon.
beer.
The
Did you see the
starstruck.
you see the cover of Madam 22 via oh my god, I can't speak. MVP edition
Yeah.
with Brady and Patrick Mahomes. So
Is that what it is?
I'm hoping the Madden curse is
The
alive and
curse.
well this year.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Takes them both out. Takes them both out. That's right. He's playing golf in Hawaii with his fiance and just giving up money, Kurt. $500,000 in bonus. What was it? 93,000 in fines. That boy crazy.
That's insane.
So anyway, I hope the curse is alive and well. When I saw that, hopefully
We'll see.
Mahomes gets hurt, not career ending. Hopefully, Brady gets banged up, not career ending, even though he's at the end of his career. But I hope that curse is alive and well coming down the road. I saw that and I was like,
Let's see what happens.
so cat. So, hey,
Golf
Kurt, you should want that too. Oh, there he goes. Look, see, he says, cover curse will return. Hey, that'll make it easier for you. You don't have to face Brady. See? We're rooting together here. We're on the same page now. All right. Belichick has given some praise to Cam Newton, saying he's farther ahead than he was last year. I mean, which is good for them, not good for us. Like I said, listen, he'll have a whole year. He had a whole bunch of better weapons this year. He has a whole year at camp with these guys. It's his second year in his system. And if he doesn't get it done in New England, he's going to become like a journeyman like Fitzpatrick. No disrespect to Fitz. But if he's not going to get it done there with the system and them getting weapons for him now all around him, I don't think it's going to matter. Then Cam's going to have to pass the torch to the kid. I forgot his name. Good Lord. Alabama boy. So, makes easier in the AFC without Mahomes. Yep, it does. He's going to be hurt too. He's going to be out. Allen's going to win the MVP. Kurt, you might end up second in the MVP race.
And then then hopefully Josh don't become on the cover next year.
That's right. If I'm them, I'm like, oh hell no, I don't want to be on that cover. Uh-uh. So hopefully that doesn't happen. All right, let's get into some more Bills stuff. Bills actually canceled their last day of minicamp. So instead of having 3 days of minicamp, they had 2. So I guess the next time they'll meet will be in late July before we get the season going. Byron Cox Jr. was carted off the field on Tuesday with a left leg injury. So maybe that's why they're like, oh, okay, we don't need to get anybody else hurt.
Yep.
You know, Zach Moss, Cody Ford, and Josh Thomas, they didn't practice during the minicamp due to injuries. They say Zach and Cody, are rehabbing well from last year's injuries. But my concern right now is Cody Ford. Cody Ford has been getting hurt every year.
Yeah.
Every year. So, is this guy, I mean, when he's healthy, he's a beast. But it makes you think, is he going to make the squad if he can't stay healthy?
I don't know.
I mean, I hope he does. I hope he's out there. But, Jesus, come on, man. This guy's hurt every year.
All the time, yeah, 4 games.
Look at Kurt with this crazy question. Come on, Kurt. What?
We got Matt Breida. That's competing with Singletary. Singletary's looking good. And we still got Moss. And we still got Anthony Williams. So we just got to see. Hey, Kirk, as you're very pass savvy, so at the end of the season we're really passing a lot. So I think they're focusing on the running game. We shall find out in preseason who's going to be the running back for the Buffalo Bills by game 1 after the 3 games preseason game.
I don't think we'll have a true number 1. I think it's just more if you're going to run through 3 running backs, then is it Moss, Singletary, and Breida? But Zach Moss has been hurt, and Antonio Williams they say is putting in work. I've been rooting for Antonio Williams since last year. This guy, they were saying, he looks good in practice. Again, it's practice, no pads, but he's catching the ball. He's putting in work and so forth. Best luck to you. See ya. Yo, Kurt, thanks for stopping by.
All right, Kurt. We're going to have you on the show before the season starts.
Yeah. If you are really Kurt, or even if you're not Kurt, reach out to us and join our group page, Viva Los Bills. Send us a message. We'll get it. We'll have you on the show. It would be great to have you on the show.
If it's you, we'll have you on the show. But if it's not you, you could just wear a mask and come on the show anyway.
Yeah, come on the show regardless. We'd love to have you on. We could talk Minnesota. We could talk football. We could mess around. We crack a beer. I don't think you've joined us in the beginning of the show, but we crack a beer in the beginning of the show. We have a beer during the show, and we BS. Come on the show. Hit us up, Kurt. It'll be great. It'll be fun. So thanks for Kurt for chiming in. Yeah, my thing, like I said, Cody Ford, is he going to make the squad if he keeps getting injured? Zach Moss, he needs to get onto the field. One thing Breida did do was fumble during practice already. Not a good look. Hold on to that ball. We don't need that. Hold on. Look at this. Wait, we got to interrupt our story right now for a special guest. Marty Jones from Interrupt the Lunch, live from Punta Cana. Had to tune in to the boys. Running rum and coke flowing, and my newly wedded wife says we beat you boys this season by 2. What do you think? Laugh out loud. Keep it going, boys. Congratulations to you guys. Enjoy that beautiful weather and the rum and cokes. Hold on. They beat us by 28. Who beat us by 28?
Says they're going to beat us by 28.
Oh, it says we beat you boys this season by 28. No, they beat us already. Oh, my God. Who did the Bills lose to by 28? That wasn't.
I don't know. I don't see the Bills losing by 28 with 6 games combined.
Now I got to look this up. It's bothering me now. Who the hell did we lose by 28? Was it Kansas City? Not Kansas City, right? You'll probably answer this before I find it. Let's see. Yeah. Or was it Philly? But Philly was last year, right? Oh, boy. See, now she got
I forgot.
Who the hell did we lose? Let's see.
That's gonna drive me crazy now. Hopefully he answers. But hey, I don't blame him if he don't answer because if he's having rum and cokes in Punta Cana, I'd be away from the damn phone or the tablet. I'd be watching the sunset right about now.
Oh, boy, I know what she's talking about. Oh no, no, the football team gonna beat you by 28. Laugh out loud. All right, I thought she meant it was Tennessee because Tennessee was the only team that smacked us up this year.
Yeah.
So that was it. So anyway, oh, the football team. That's what she talking crazy, talking about. They had too many rum and cokes, Marty and his wife. I don't know her name. She's talking about the Washington Red. Oh, sorry, not Redskins. Washington football team is going to beat us by 28.
Well,
Man,
when do we play them? And then wasn't that what game we play them? Second to last game or something like that?
that's what it was supposed to be. I think they changed it,
Changed it, right?
and I'll tell you in 2 seconds. They play the Washington football team.
Like week 9, I think it is, or something.
Nope, it's week 4, week 3.
Week week 3.
Week 3. So we're gonna have a little
Oh,
bet with Marty Jones. We're gonna have to see what we bet.
yeah, we gotta think of something, Marty. See what the repercussions are gonna be. I mean, I like Fitz, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I ain't.
I mean, if we say like a jersey or a Bills T-shirt, I mean
Yeah,
that makes you look better, Marty. It makes you look better.
yeah.
We'll figure something out. Enjoy. Tell those Dominicanos that there's a football show con dos boricuas. Ponla ahí. Ponlo. Put it on the TV at the bar, Marty.
Hey,
Uh,
congratulations on your newly wedded wife and have fun over there, man.
yeah, yeah, we gotta do something. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get
Gotta
back.
check them out now.
We got 8 minutes here. Chime in more, Marty, if you want. Cole Beasley, Isaiah Hodgins. They both got banged up last year, and I thought they were just not giving Isaiah time. I forgot he had injured his shoulder, and that was the reason he didn't really play last year. And Josh Allen was giving him props that this kid's catching everything, running routes. He's faster than people think. It's just going to be a tough lineup to crack, man. Tough lineup to crack for this guy. Cole's going to be there. I hope Hodgins gets in there and gets some time. Again, I'd rather but have these guys who were drafted by the team, who are growing through the system, play before
Yeah,
we bring other people in. That's the way I
yeah,
look at it. But if you bring in something like Emmanuel Sanders, it's going to be different. Which segue, Josh Allen and Emmanuel Sanders have not been in sync. They're saying they're not connecting. So now they're going to have to meet up, maybe do like they did last year, try to get some time together, try to get in sync because they're
mm,
off. He threw a nice pass to him one time. Another time he tried to force it, should have been picked off, they were saying, but it didn't. So them two need to get on the same page. Your boy, Star Latulier, finally at camp. Yep. He said it was hard to watch games last year. He didn't watch them all. He was happy that the guys had success, but it was hard to watch because he wasn't there being part of it. I get it, but he said at the time he thought he made the right decision, especially for him and his family. And you have to
I ain't
respect
mad. I'm
that.
mad at you, Star. But he looked good. Looks like he slimmed down a little bit. Looks a lot stronger. So we'll
Mhm.
see how it goes. He's excited to be here. And me and you've been talking about it. We need that good DT, man. We need a good DT and stop that run. And I think with him coming back and him being in shape, I think it's a great asset. I think the DNs that we got are freaking, they're starting to do their thing.
Yeah.
What's his name got a tip that caused an interception for Josh. So these guys are getting pressure. Epinez is doing better. I mean, for him to tangle it up with John Feliciano a couple weeks ago, get a little physical with him. I mean, that's a good sign. It's not necessarily bad in terms of that they're, having a little bit of fisticuffs, if you will. But that tells me AJ Epinesa bulked up because John Feliciano is a monster of a man. So
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Listen, I don't mind it. I saw some of the videos that like the little clips they were putting on there. He was a little slower off the ball than a lot of the other guys. Again, it's mini camp,
Yep.
but he's just
He's
getting
getting
it.
bigger and stronger though. So
But McDermott on star spot. At the end of the day, we'll have to see because of the time he's been out. Whoop. Another thing, definitely some catching up to do. He's a coach, and McDermott he said there's definitely catching up to do. So he knows. You know what? Everybody respects his decision. But again, I mean, me as a player, I'd be like, listen, dude, we could have used you last year.
yeah,
Respect it. But everybody
yeah.
else was here, and you and only one other person didn't show up.
And they
Again,
were killing us on the run.
I get it, respect it, but that stays in the back of your mind. The
Yeah,
problem is they can't cut him because that's going to be a big, huge
big
dead cap,
hit.
dead money.
Yep.
And I don't know how much it would carry if they traded him. I think if they traded, they still carried that money. So I think it's a lose lose. You
Well,
know,
let's see how he does. He's back. They say he's in shape. He have been putting videos out of him working out with his trainer. So let's see. Let's see what happens, man. Hopefully, of course he's gonna be rusty. It's been a whole full season of not,
yeah,
getting any reps and not seeing any competition. So, but he's starting again in the beginning of OTAs and mandatory, practices and stuff. So he should be. I think he should be able to catch up by first game of the season. He should be all right.
he should be all right. He should be fine. Thing
Yeah,
is, he should have showed up for those voluntary mini camps.
yeah,
It
yeah. That
would have
too.
looked a little
I
better.
agree. I'm with
Uh,
you.
let's keep moving real quick. Coach McDermott, I don't know if you saw it. I saw a little clip. He took to the skies with the Blue Angels. He got to fly around with them. He looked a
Yeah.
little nervous in that cockpit. They were talking to him. He was kind of quiet. So, but he said it was a great thing. He loved it and thanked them. Uh, let's go real quick. Notes from Wednesday practice. Running to close to the end. Mitch Trubisky went for 8 for 12. So, like I said, they've been saying he's looking pretty good. Josh went 3 for 12. Allen and Sanders, like I said, they're off sync, need to work together. Antonio Williams is said to be taking advantage of his extra reps with Moss still nursing his injuries, also looking good in practice. So that's good. Hopefully, he could carry that into the
So,
camp when it starts. Greg Rousseau continues to stand out, and not just because of his height. He's putting in work. He's getting towards Josh. He would have had a sack, I think, of Josh. Josh just threw the ball down to kill the play. And one thing, real quick, we'll touch on this. We got like 2 minutes. ESPN's Bill Barnwell believes, I don't know about you, believes Stephon Diggs can break Calvin Megatron Johnson's receiving yards record for a single season. Now, Megatron had 1,964 yards. Last year, Diggs had 1,535. What do you think? Do you think he could break this record this year? Just
no,
yeah. Me either.
I don't think
Why
he's
do
gonna
you
break
think?
it in the next 3 or 4 seasons. I don't think he's gonna break it because everybody's gonna double up on him now. But in the same sentence, we have a tremendous receiving core. You know what I'm saying? If we were to land a great tight end, hopefully we land Zach Ertz. If we get him, the offense is going to be really unstoppable. Who do you double team then? You know what I mean? So he can have a breakout season then, but it's going to be very tough. I think he cracks 1,000 yards, but I don't think he's going to get 1,500 again.
I agree with you. I don't think they're going to be doubling up Diggs. I think, well, you can't because then you're going to have everybody else running across the field like wild
That's
men.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
You're going to have to play more zone against the Bills. But I will give Kansas City credit because they played press on us, and our guys couldn't get off the press. Killed us. Hopefully Knox or Hollister step up and Gillian, because I like Gillian too. If we don't get it, Zach Ertz. But if we get the Zach Ertz, like you said, we just have weapons all around. As long as Singletary holds on to the ball when they swing it to him, or Zach Moss or Matt Breida, just hold on to the ball, catch it. There's weapons all around that field. So, I mean, I don't see that happening because you got to spread the ball. And Josh throws a lot to him. But, man, 1,900 yards, It's crazy. A lot
Gabriel
of those,
Davis is gonna have a breakout season. We still
yeah,
got man.
a lot of weapons. A lot of weapons. Anyway,
Isaiah McKenzie.
yeah. Hopefully he makes the squad. Can't
He's
wait to
definitely gonna make
that
the squad. I don't know
Mississippi.
as a wide receiver, he'd probably be a kickoff returner for us, but
I don't
uh,
know. We'll
you don't think
see.
so?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yet
You
to
got a
be
lot of
seen.
you got McKenzie too. All right, man.
McKenzie, yeah.
Listen, thanks for helping out, even though you're in Mississippi in the back of your
Man,
trailer. You still made it to the show. Thanks for everybody. Look at Marty reaching out from Punta Cana. Got Kirk Cousins over here reaching out.
man, we got Minnesota, Dominican Republic, and Mississippi in the house today.
That's right. All over the place. Thanks for reaching out. As always, hit us up. Follow us on Twitter, Viva Los Bills. On Facebook, join our group, Viva Los Bills. YouTube, subscribe, like our stuff on Viva Los Bills. For Vinny, me, all you Bill fans out there,
Go
adios.
Bills.
Thank you. Good night.
Go
Hasta
Bills.
la próxima. Peace
Go
out.